Whoa! I never thought about that!
Today, we're diving into something absolutely fascinating and honestly kind of misunderstood: the hidden science of newborn behavior. Beneath a baby's quiet, wordless exterior, there is actually a highly advanced, ancient communication system hard at work. So we're going to decode this silent language of newborn connection together. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. We absolutely have to start with a phenomenon that pretty much every parent, aunt, uncle, or babysitter on the planet has experienced. Picture this. You've been pacing the room, bouncing a baby, everything is totally peaceful. But your legs are getting tired, right? You spot a comfortable chair across the room and think, I'll just sit for a second. And literally, the exact second your body weight hits that cushion, boom, the baby starts wailing. It is the ultimate, universally relatable mystery. Why on earth does this happen?
I mean, just look at the stark contrast here. On one side, we've got walking, the motion, the pacing, the bouncing, which results in an instantly calm baby. And on the other side, sitting, just stillness and resting, resulting in intense, sudden distress. Now, this isn't just a baby being difficult for the sake of it. It's actually a brilliant form of communication. Think about it. A tiny human with zero vocabulary is somehow controlling adult behavior with absolute precision just to communicate a specific need. It's kind of mind-blowing.
And this brings us to a massive biological paradox. Long before a baby can utter a single syllable, they already possess this incredibly deep understanding of complex human states. They recognize specific faces, they visibly respond to comfort, and they fundamentally understand emotions. Like if someone in the room is deeply stressed out or overwhelmingly happy, a baby senses it. So how can someone who knows literally zero words already read the humans around them with such accuracy?
Section 1. The super-fast learning machine, or as I like to think of it, a brain working in total overtime.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is just the sheer volume of ambient data a baby is absorbing every single second. Sounds, faces, touch, movement, smells, emotions. It's just a constant, overwhelming stream of information. I mean, while they might look like they're just staring blankly into space, their neurological systems are absolutely firing on all cylinders. It's like they're constantly mapping their environment, pinging their surroundings with questions. Am I safe? Who's taking care of me right now? What do all these inputs actually mean?
Moving right along to Section 2, Faces and Survival Signals, the Visual and Audio Code.
Out of all that ambient data flying at them, there is one visual input a baby prioritizes above literally anything else: the human face. And why is that? Well, because faces contain absolutely vital survival information. Over millions of years, human brains evolved highly specialized systems to quickly detect them. For a tiny infant, a face provides essential markers. It tells them if they have a caregiver's attention, if they're physically safe, and what the emotional weather of the room is. Smiles and eye contact, those are the ultimate biological green lights.
But here is where it gets even crazier. This incredible survival decoding doesn't actually start at birth. It begins way earlier, right in the womb. Long before they even open their eyes to see a face, they are actively mapping out an audio code. They're listening to their mother's voice, the steady, rhythmic thud of a heartbeat, the swoosh of the body. And because of this, when they're finally born, hearing a familiar voice acts as this instant, pre-programmed signal for safety. They recognize it immediately. The learning started long before day one.
All right, Section 3, the mystery of movement. Let's finally answer that sit-down paradox.
So back to our big question. Why does sitting down trigger such a dramatic, instant meltdown? The answer is evolutionary survival. You see, for hundreds of thousands of years, surviving as a helpless infant meant staying physically close to a moving caregiver. Walking unconsciously tells the baby's ancient brain, hey, you are safe from predators, you're being carried, you are protected. But the second that motion suddenly stops, like when you collapse into that comfy chair, their deeply ingrained survival alarm just goes off. Crying is literally their way of saying, hey, keep moving, keep me safe.
Section 4, Mirror Neurons and Emotion, Testing the Environment.
So the crucial point is that crying when you sit down is really just one tool in their toolbox. Babies are also unbelievably sensitive to tone, body language, and expressions. And the biological mechanism pulling the strings here? Mirror neurons. These are specialized brain systems that literally help humans mirror the world around them. When a baby sees you smile, their mirror neurons instantly fire, connecting that facial arrangement to a feeling of safety. They are neurologically wired to sync right up with your emotional state.
And honestly, because of these mirror neurons, you can kind of think of a baby as a brilliant, tiny scientist running constant, rigorous behavioral experiments on you. Just look at their scientific method here. Step 1. I'm going to cry to test the reaction. Step 2, okay, I observe that a caregiver comes over to me. Step 3, I see a smiling face, which my mirror neurons tell me means positive connection. Therefore, boom, I am safe. Every single interaction is a meticulously planned experiment, teaching their developing brain exactly how human beings work.
And this brilliantly illustrates how scientists didn't just guess this stuff. They rigorously proved it. Researchers used some really advanced tools to uncover these newborn superpowers. Eye tracking tests prove that babies distinguish faces far, far earlier than we ever assumed. And brain scans. They revealed that infants recognize emotional tones way before they understand the actual words being spoken. The hard science perfectly backs up the totally incredible capabilities of the newborn brain.
Which brings us to our final section, Section 5, the biology of connection, building the language map.
Let's move to and see how this builds. None of this early behavior is random, not a single bit of it. While a baby is just staring intently at your face, they're actively laying the essential groundwork for complex communication. They're building a language map. Long before they can physically form a word, their brain is intensely studying your speech patterns, the specific rhythm of your voice, your microfacial movements. They are charting the entire territory of human language so they are fully prepared to speak when the time comes.
And this elevates everything we've talked about to a truly profound level. Love and bonding, they are not just abstract, warm, fuzzy feelings. Because human babies are born far more dependent than almost any other animal on Earth, deep connection is literal survival biology. Without that intense bond, a human infant simply wouldn't survive our evolutionary history. Our brains evolved to deeply crave and secure that connection through eye contact, physical touch, and voice.
To put into perspective just how blazingly fast and powerful this survival biology really is, consider this number: days. It only takes a matter of days for a newborn to completely recognize their mother's specific smell. Out of all the complex senses, smell rapidly becomes this deeply ingrained, almost instantaneous part of a newborn's emotional connection and survival toolkit. It's just wild.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this thought. Babies are communicating through profound, evolved feelings long before they ever use language. They are constantly reading you, testing you, and connecting with you simply to survive and thrive. The next time a tiny human stares intensely into your face, don't just see a blank slate. Realize that their brilliant, fast-working brain is actively deciphering an entire world of humans right there in your eyes. The real question is, are you ready to communicate back?
And that's just one tiny big question. Imagine what's next. Subscribe, and let's keep wondering.